Let's go. Good morning, Jake. You ready for a boat ride?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey there, people. Lenny Rudow here from FishTalk Magazine. We've come down to beautiful Grasonville, Maryland, to the Chesapeake Whalertowne facility at Cedar Point Marina, and we are going to test out this here Boston Whaler 330 Outrage. Well, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Ha! On second thought, this is a pretty big boat. I'm not going to take it out of the marina. You have at it.
Well, with the Mercury joystick system on this boat, we can do it in confidence.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
We're running about 52.5 right now. Crazy thing is, you can tell this three-sided enclosure really keeps the wind off the helm. At this rate, we're burning 49 gallons an hour. We're turning just under 6,000 RPM. Let's back her down to 4,500 RPM. That's where I would normally cruise this boat. Burning around 20 gallons an hour now at 35 miles an hour. Much more reasonable fuel burn. One of the things that's cool about running a Boston Whaler is, remember that fiberglass foam fiberglass sandwich? It sort of absorbs a lot of water noise. We're popping through a little bit of a chop here, and there's very little noise as the hull hits the water. Now I just made a big bunch of waves, and they're about to hit this boat on the beam. I did that for a reason. This Whaler is equipped with a seakeeper, and as you can see, it prevents that rocking and rolling. Now, what's really interesting about this is it's powered by the Fathom system. That means you don't need a generator. You don't have to fuel a generator. You don't have to listen to a generator all day long. And it will keep this boat rock solid stable, sunrise to sunset. Gosh darn it, I did not get a bite. And unfortunately, it is time to go to work. First thing I want to mention, folks, this boat has twin 300 Verados on it. Now that is a standard power. You can up the ante there. You can get twin 400s on this boat. So keep that in mind as you think about those performance figures. For now, let's take a closer look at some of the features. One of the things whalers are known for, even the center consoles, even this Outrage, the serious fishing boats, they're known for also being entertainers. The bow can go either way. It can be fishy. It can be set up for entertaining. You've got an insulated box right here under this forward compartment. Now it's important to note, when you get a Whaler, all your boxes are insulated because there's foam surrounding them. On top of that, you've got a fish box down here in the deck. Pop that open. And obviously you can fit quite a big fish inside of there. There is some serious stowage under this forward lounger. Tons of room in here for just about everything you want. Don't forget, you've got fishing rod holders here so you can put your rods through there. Obviously, room for a ton of buckets. All kinds of stuff will go in there. But, cool as that is, my favorite feature about this lounger is the lounging. There we go. Naturally, there's a head compartment inside the console. We'll go in there in a minute, but first check this out. Extra seats, one on both sides. Now let's take a look in here. Got a magnetic catch for the door to hold that open. Gotta love that. And tons of room. Along with all the room and extra stowage space, you've also got an opening port for ventilation. And I love how Whaler puts the dive ladder down here, so it's always neatly stowed out of the way. Here's a feature you family anglers are going to love. Let's say the kids want to drive. Wow, they're going to have fun. Just fold this down. You gain several inches of height. behind the leaning post, you got a ton of options. You can have a rigging station, a summer kitchen. This can be a grill right here. We've got some tackle stowage in the back, but it can be more extensive if you want more tackle stowage there. Getting the Seakeeper does affect your options here, but you can also have an aft-facing seat. Bottom line, there are a ton of different ways you can arrange this leaning post. These days, a lot of folks love to have these hull side doors. You want to notice there's your mount for your dive ladder. Now, we got to take another look at this door, people, because it gives us a glimpse into how a whaler builds boats. First off, look at that piece of metal. That is a serious chunk of stainless steel there. Look at this hinge. That is a monster hinge. This is not going to get bent in, 3-4 seasons down the road. That is there for a lifetime. Look at how whaler places the grab handle here. Again, stout pieces of metal. This stuff is going to last the long term. Note that the way that grab handle swings out of the way, you still got a fish box on this side of the boat. And that is one long fish box. Let's take a look in the bilge, because that gives you another really tremendous window of insight into how a whaler's built. First off, notice that everything is finished off. There's no roughness down here at all, so this is all easy to clean. Tons of storage, and remember that fathom system. Now, if you didn't have that, you'd probably need room for a generator back here, but instead, you've got all this extra space and all this easy access to all your different pumps, filters, batteries, everything. This is also another interesting thing to look at. The bottom of this hatch is not only fully finished, I mean, really, let's be realistic, it's finished perfectly. It's gasketed, it comes up on these big struts, you've got the latches that dog down. I like that hatch. Oh, and look at this seat in the back of the transom. This is 100% out of the way, but when you need it, boom, there it is. Once again, we want to look at the hardware, people. We want to look at the hinges. That is some serious metal. And back here in the transom, you've got a 50-gallon live well, quite substantial. If that's not enough capacity for you, there are options to get a second live well up in one of the leaning posts. Let's talk about the top, people. This is something that often gets overlooked when folks are boat shopping. A lot of T-tops, you start doing stuff like this, they shake, rattle, and roll. That's not happening here, obviously. You've got your 5 rocket launchers across the back, integrated lights, both down and spreaders, easy access for your riggers, you got a glove box, and here's an interesting touch. Whaler gives you an access hatch here so you can get up to the top easily. Well, folks, I hope that rundown on the 330 Outrage has been helpful. One final thing I want to mention, 33. It's kind of an odd number to look at, right? But not only does it get you a lot more LOA than you usually see on a place like the Chesapeake Bay, it gets you a lot more heft. This boat actually weighs around 12,500 pounds fully loaded. Now, if you look at, say, a 25-footer, it's only a little more than half of that. So when the seas really kick up, you got the kids on board, you don't want to start banging through those waves. A boat like this 330 is going to do the trick. And hey, let's say the marlin bites hot out of Ocean City. You want to run the boat down there and spend a week fishing in the ocean? That is absolutely well within your capabilities. So, for folks in the Maryland area, fishing the Chesapeake Bay, maybe guys down in Virginia, you're thinking about finding just that right center console for you and your family, this absolutely might be a boat that you want to check out.
Don't miss another cool Fish Talk video. Click below to subscribe.
People, we want to give a shout out and a special thank you to Chesapeake Whalertowne and Jake for taking us out today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you want to check out any whalers, come see us in Annapolis or in Grasonville.
And until then, we'll see you folks later.